What is up, everyone? Welcome to Nickel City Mafia. Welcome to the Rush Hour Show, the post-game show from the Buffalo Bills versus the New Orleans Saints today. The Bills are 4-0. We're going to talk about a lot of good things. But Jake, I got to start with some concerns I have. But before I do that, let me just throw it to you. I haven't seen you. I know you were at the Dolphins game. You weren't able to make the post game, but how you doing, my friend?
Doing very good, Mike. Doing very good. It's been a heck of a weekend, one for the books to say the least. And yeah. I mean, it's always great coming into a show off of victory, 4-0. You gotta love to see it. And we're just about a quarter of the way through the season, so it always goes so fast. September is basically over now. It's crazy.
That's what my son Jonah was saying this morning. He's like, Dad, seems like these weeks are flying. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
With life going on, all of us so busy. These weeks, these Sundays come up fast. So
They do. They
um,
do.
he's a little heartbroken with his Ravens once again, taking it on the chin. But hey, Tom's out there and track reviewer. Good to see you guys. Tom, we haven't seen you in a long time. Happy birthday, Spencer Rattler. He says, yeah, it was his birthday. I thought Spencer played a really good game. But let's talk about something I have concerns about, Jake. And you tell me if you share them or just put me at ease, put the fans at ease. Look, we're 4-0. Super excited. Yes, great. Um, Most people are going to say, what's wrong with you, Mike? We're 4-0. Why can't you be happy? I can't be happy because I've been a fan of over 50 years. And I know what it takes for this team to get to the Super Bowl. And I know what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Why? I've watched it. I've digested it. And Jake, I don't know after 4 weeks if we're a good team or not, because let me tell you something. The combined record for the four teams that we've beaten is 1 win, 13 losses. Jake, that's insane.
That is wild.
It's absolutely insane. So I'm concerned. And then when you look at the fact that the last two opponents, Saints and the Dolphins, had the ball in the fourth quarter with a chance to take the lead, we were able to get some stops and make some, get the win. Same thing when you look at the Ravens now, who are struggling 1-3, lots of injuries there. I still believe they'll get it right. But it took a miracle in that first game. And then the only game we really seemed to be in full control was the Jets game. So what's your thoughts, my friend? I'm concerned. What is this team? What do you think of the Buffalo Bills through 4 weeks of the season?
I think it's okay to be concerned. I always say, it's tough to win in the NFL. It's such a cliche statement, but like every week is a new week. And, you look at what the Saints have done over their first 4 games. They are an 0-4 team. Or I should say at least now 3 of the 4 games that they've lost have all been pretty close games for the most part. And, I think when you look at what the Bills did today, still putting up 31 points, even though it didn't feel like it was that great of a performance, like they put up 31 points still, They led up less than 300 yards of total offense to the Saints. And it was close. It was probably closer than a lot of people felt it should be. But credit where credit's due to the Saints. I think they had a pretty good game plan coming into this. And, they sort of kind of just dinked and dunked their way through this game, and caught the Bills sleeping a few times. I think, again, like the third downs have been an issue. I think they went 5 for 13 on third downs today.
Yeah, about
they went 0 for 2 on fourth downs and, less than 300 yards of total offense. So, again, it was like that bend, don't break type defense for the Bills. And sure, you could say it was a lot closer than it should have been. But I think at the end of the day, I'm still very happy with where this team is at. It's not the time to overreact right now. And I think, you mentioned the teams that we beat. It's a combined record of 1-13. Are the teams that we beat really that bad? Or has the schedule just victimized them into a tough look on the books right now? I mean, the Ravens are a 1-3 team right now. Are they really are they that bad that they're 1-3? Or is it like, man, you've had some tough breaks. They played some tough teams to start off the year. So I don't know. It's all about perspective at the end of the day. I'm not overly concerned, though. That's my long form answer for you.
I'm not sure I'm smelling what you're selling, But because, like I said, right, I will tell you right now. Again, I'm super excited to be 4-0. Of course, we should be 4-0 with this schedule, and we've taken advantage of it. But again, I right now, if you were to tell me, is this team going a Super Bowl ready? That defense is not. So they got to clean some things up. I know we got some injuries going there. Let me say hi to some folks coming in because I'm seeing some people we haven't seen in a while. Got the Trek reviewers saying, how about the best part of the game? And that's Cam Lewis stinking up the joint. Like, Cam Lewis missed one tackle, and that was Spencer Rattler scrambling, and you tried to make that tackle. And then there was another gentleman, I think it was Dorian Williams, who also missed a similar tackle on Spencer Rattler. Kid was running his butt off and trying to make those tackles one-on-one. Those guys have some moves. Rattler is not some slowpoke out there. But let's see. We'll see what PFF says tomorrow about Cam Lewis. Other than that play, I didn't see anything else that concerned me. Tom, it's been a while. Good to see you, sir. I hope everything's been well, and great to have you back out here with us. Walker looked good in the Bills game. Yeah, he certainly showed up early. I thought in the second half, I don't know, I want to say he disappeared, but he got a little quieter in the second half, but got off to a great start for sure. Love what we're getting from him. And my guy Landon Jackson, once again, not active. Very upset about that. But what am I going to do? I'm going to have to, Jake, why don't you drive over to One Bills Drive tomorrow? Go talk to McDermott and the guys and see what the heck's going on over there. Or maybe sneak in there and take a look at practice and see what you're seeing from Landon. But something's going on. And then Chad, the Chief, how you doing, sir? Look, the Chiefs are back. Chiefs are getting right. You got Xavier Worthy coming back, which opened up a lot of things for them. You got Rashee Rice coming back in a few weeks. And I never said the Chiefs. I never thought the Chiefs would be out of this. And here we are. They're getting right. And they took down the Ravens in a dominant performance. Dominant performance, Jake. Pretty scary. Here are the Chiefs coming back once again. Well, let's see here. Trek Reviewer, it was the birthday of both Saints quarterbacks. Was it now? Interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah. How about that? Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler. Crazy.
That's pretty cool. Hopefully they had a good celebration the night before, but hopefully it's a little tough to celebrate after a loss, but happy birthday to both of them. My dad's out there. Good to see you, Dad. Thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for popping out here tonight. We got John Robert. We are still the last undefeated team in the AFC. Absolutely, John. I'm excited about that. But as a fan of many, many years like you, I'm concerned because I got to see something change. Because I've had many seasons where Bills of the 90s gotten off to great starts, and you know what team you got to beat in the playoffs. You know what team you're probably going to face in the NFC. Right now, the Rams looking really good, buddy. But also, you got to beat those Eagles, defending champs. They're looking strong again. And then a couple other teams that are going to be in play for the NFC. Those are the teams you got to beat. And unless this defense changes things around, again, I know Milano's out, but Milano's always seems to be out. We got to get past the Milano thing. Got Ed Oliver. We got Ogunjobi coming back after week 6, after the bye. And then we got Michael Hoyt coming back. And I'm hoping those guys just inject some energy, Jake. I'm hoping. Because the youngsters, yes, great. Deion Walker, killing it. TJ Sanders, thought he did okay today. I saw him on one pressure.
Definitely looked better today.
Looked a little better. Daquan Jones has been playing pretty well. It always feels like the guys really, like Daquan Jones and the guys, the big guys, they show up early. And I don't know if they just tire out later in the game, but they get a little quieter later on. Let's see here. Bad Bunny says, Bad Bunny is the Super Bowl halftime show. Go Bills podcast. I don't even know who Bad Bunny is. Who the heck is Bad Bunny?
Is, I don't know. I mean, he's a funny dude. I don't love his music, so it's whatever.
Bad Bunny?
Honestly, the halftime show, I'm going to say this. I think the Super Bowl halftime show is an absolute joke. I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl halftime show, Mike. I'm sorry. That sounds terrible. Jake. It's so mean because I'm sure there are people that probably love it and live for it. You know, my wife likes it. I could care less. I don't like it at all. I think it's stupid. I'm not there to watch the halftime show. Maybe that's my hot take of the night. You know, maybe that's my edgy take. I can't stand it. I just don't care about it at all whatsoever. Let's get on and play the game.
What's everyone else in the chat think about the halftime show? For me, Jake, I don't know. It's the one time if we got a big group together, it's the one time because you got some people who don't really care about the game. They're out there chatting or at the table, eating the snacks, and you got the ones that are really into the game. But it's the one time everyone comes together and they watch this halftime show.
See, I do the opposite. Typically, when the halftime show's on, that's when I'm like, because I'm locked in, I'm glued to the TV the entire time. That's when I take a break and I go do whatever, get some more pizza, go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then I get back in and I lock back in.
I definitely want to hear the chat on this one. Tell me what you think of the halftime shows. It's been some good ones. We should talk about that later on. We'll get through. We'll talk about some of our favorites if we have time towards the end of the show. Chad the Chief, yeah, your opponent's combined record for KC is 9-7, and again, you beat the Ravens, beat the heck out of them. I mean, you dominated that game from start to finish.
Sure.
Your defense looked great, and you're only getting healthier. So, Chiefs, watch out. And we're going to see the Chiefs. Do we play them in the first game after the bye week?
No, I believe so. The bye week is October 13th.
That
after that, we go Carolina, I believe it is.
Okay, so
Carolina,
not too much further. Check the schedule real quick because I know we have what we have our bye after week 6, and then I'm not sure we come back to play.
Yeah, let me see.
Let's see here. Tom says we have an easy schedule minus 2 games. Yeah, Tom. Thank goodness we do. There should be no reason this team doesn't get the 1 seed. They keep at it. When do we play the Chiefs?
So we play the Chiefs November 2nd, which I will be there with our guy Sean Kula. So that's going to be awesome. Very excited about that.
Big L, who is a big fan of the halftime shows. We're going to find out right now from Big L. And how about this, Jake? We haven't had our 2 dads on in a very long time at the same time. So this is great. Love it when Big L shows up. Love it when my dad shows up. Thank you, guys. Big L's been living. I mean, were you telling me, was he in, where was he at? Was this weekend?
They were in Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. My goodness, Big L, living the life. I absolutely love that. Go Bills podcast saying Chiefs look much better now with Worthy back. Yeah, it just opens up the game. You got speed now. You got to worry about something over the top, and they used them. And when Rashee Rice comes back, another speedster, watch out.
How about your cousin Tyquan Thornton?
Right.
Unbelievable.
Right? I know.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time. He found the right home. He looks good.
The Eagles are the only undefeated, and look who they have played and their records. That's what John Roberts saying. So,
agree, John.
Remind me there. Do you know off the top of your head who they've played?
So Dallas, week 1. That was close. That was actually a close game. Week 2, trying to think. Was it the Giants? Maybe the Giants, I think, week 2. And then the Rams last week. And then this week, they just beat
Rams are an extremely good team.
Yeah.
And they beat the Bucks today.
The Bucks, yeah. So really, every team they played outside of, I guess, their division foes, the Cowboys and the Giants,
C-Bell, haven't seen you in a while. You can only play the games. The schedules deal you. Can't
the
look
Chiefs.
At the records.
You're right, Chad.
Early.
Yes, the Chiefs.
Can't look at the records this early of the teams. C-Bell, is this the one who always says fire McDermott at the end of the season?
No. You're that's Zach, my brother-in-law, who is in the chat, by the way.
Right,
so you'll get to his comment here soon.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm looking at the schedule because I'm looking at how. Yes, you can't. You got to play the games schedule. We can't say sorry. The league schedule this way. We got to go out and do business. But how we perform against those teams, you do have to look at. And again, sure, we're 4-0. And I think a lot of games last year were kind of like that, where we were just, I know, didn't we have a stretch where we had a lot of 1-score games that we won? Was that last year?
Yeah. I think we had the record for most 1-score games, at least in franchise history. I know that.
Right. But it's crazy. It's still just insane to me to be a combined record of 1-13 for 4 teams. That's just insane. Chad the Chief, offense looked a lot better with Wright and Rice back after Detroit. Yeah, only going to get better. Let's see here. Let me see. Catch up a little bit. Go Bills podcast says we need to clean up 3rd downs on defense. 5 of 13, 38%. I think that's around not too bad. That's their average. I think the Saints were averaging about 35%. Now we were only 3 of 10. We were only getting 30% of 3rd down. So we need to do a little bit better there. Mafia Sports Report. What's up? I'm gonna like cut out that California mic because people get the perception that I haven't been out here in California all my life. Tommy, love you, man. Just joking with you.
What's up, Tommy?
Born and raised in Buffalo. Buffalo Mike right here. We got Buffalo Joe. You got Buffalo Mike. Let's go.
That's right.
All right, let me catch up with some of the other folks. You said your Zach. There he is. Fire McDermott. There we go. I got him. I got confused. Is Zebel Ian?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Ian's always the one. Love you, Ian. He's always the guy who says, dude, we're 4-0. Stop being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm being concerned. There's a big difference. Zach, love it. Zach's out here. What's going on tonight? We got a lot of people we haven't seen in a while. Absolutely. Did you call some friends and say, dude, you haven't been on the show in a while? What's going on?
Yeah, it's funny. Zach actually texted me. He said, when's post game? I think he needed to get some stuff off his chest here. So he wanted to get on the post game after the Dolphins game, and I didn't do one with you guys. So that was on me. Hand up.
Yeah. It was okay. You were trying, just got held up. You were at the stadium trying to get home.
I did get interviewed though. You should check it out. Fans First Network. I did tell them like, hey, Nickel City Mafia, give us a nice little plug. They didn't do it. Fine. It's fair. Whatever. But it was a good interview.
Zach saying fire McDermott, 2 defensive timeouts. I can always count on Zach to give me the fire McDermott. This will bite us again this year. He's soft. Your thoughts on that? I mean,
hate the timeouts. I mean, I will say this. It really, he does find a way to take timeouts to absolutely like either kill momentum or start momentum for the other team. I just like kill momentum for us or start momentum for the opposing team. And it is beyond frustrating. And I understand you want to get the right look and, you know, there's a game within a game there, but gosh, the optics are awful with that. So I 100% agree. I can't stand it myself. It's so frustrating. But I'm not ready to say fire him, but you know,
we're 4-0.
Passion.
I know. Does Zebel and Zach talk constantly? Because I feel like they're the complete opposites.
I know, right? Yeah, they are a little bit, definitely.
I want to tell you something funny. So I listened to the press conference of Josh Allen, and he's a comedian, man. I got to tell you, he's a little funny. He says, "Hey, Josh Allen said the defense had their back today, and they played great all game." I had to laugh at that one. This is exactly what he said. I'm not kidding you. The defense played great all day. No, I don't think so. Love that he's trying to give that praise to his team, kind of build them up. Obviously, you don't want to bring them down. Yeah. But I mean, even the offense struggled. There was like 3 straight drives where we were stopped, and against a team like this, that's always concerning, right? I think. So let's see here. Trekavir Shuck is 1 year younger than Rattler. Okay, talking about birthday still, right?
Actually, Chuck's a year older than Spencer Rattler.
Oh, okay.
He's 26. Right. He turned 26 today. Rattler turned 25. So Chuck is actually older than Spencer Rattler. Crazy.
Yeah, good, Josh. Weapons like the Eagles or Ravens and just bank on winning shootouts. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. So, again, I think we're so spoiled because you just expect every game like this to be a blowout. And that's just not how the NFL works. Like, it's not. I wish it did. I mean, I think if you do have Josh Allen as your quarterback, hypothetically, you could play every game like it's Madden and just let him go out there and do his thing and empty your bag and beat teams 50-10 every game. But that's just not how it works. And I wish it did again. But I just, like, I mentioned it. It's like, it's a game within a game. So you want to give your opponent a good look, but not too good of a look. Like you want to run some plays that are like, okay, this worked during the regular season. You know, we'll save this for postseason. But you don't want to empty your entire arsenal especially against a team like the Saints. No disrespect, right? I think, and I don't think, like, I understand like holding back a little bit. And I do think there is a time to turn it on, you know, especially when, you know, it is a close game and it shouldn't be as close as it is. And I think Josh did feel that at a certain point, and then he had that 27-yard scramble where it was like, nice. This dude is, that's what we need, you know? But yeah, it's just, I think The problem is we are so spoiled as a fan base that we now have in our heads that we should be just beating the brakes off of everyone. And that's just not how it works. And maybe I'm being an apologist for the Bills. Maybe I'm being that guy, but I feel like someone has to be.
You definitely are being that guy right now, but it's all good. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You and Ian for sure. Let's see. John Robert, Brandon Codrington was inactive today. We saw Curtis Samuel active, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Curtis got involved a little bit. He was returning some kicks, got involved in a few plays. We'll check out the stats here in a little bit, but I know he had at least one reception today, right? Let me check real quick. Let's see. He had 2 targets, 1 reception for 9 yards. Not a lot, but good. Nice to see him back. And Chad saying he hates the halftime show. Okay. There's 2 of you right now.
Well, Chad, you listen to it on the radio anyway, so you're not really watching.
What? Z-Bell saying he's never watched a single
Ian,
show?
as a musician himself, too, you would expect maybe.
That's what surprises me. He is a performer.
I know.
He's not watching other performers.
Crazy.
Prince, Tommy coming and saying the Prince halftime show was great. Absolutely. What about Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson? Come on now. One of the greatest ever.
That one turned me into a man.
Yeah,
for sure. Yes.
We had Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson performed at one of the Buffalo Bills Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Out here in Pasadena, California, I believe it was the city that it was in. And trying to think, was that the Redskins at the time? It was either the 2nd or 3rd Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it was. Mark Rippon.
Yeah. Then you go to the bathroom and refill. I cannot believe Ian hasn't watched one. Come on now. Grab your wings during the halftime show. Yeah, you know, we're cooking up the wings the whole time. Again, for my family, it's the only time, or for the group that I have, we all get together and we'll watch it. We turn up that volume and enjoy it. A halftime show is when I start pacing, waiting for the 48-yard field goal attempt by Scott Norwood.
Right, don't put that juju out.
Come on now.
Don't do that.
And Jessica Tennis, good to see you out there. Carolina, yeah, she's correcting me after the bye. We got Carolina. Awesome. Did I catch up with everybody out there? We got a lot of folks coming in. Sean Kula coming in there. Boy, Sean's staying up late for us. Thank you, Sean.
Love it, Sean.
We got Tom with the super chat. Boy, look at this, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
We missed you, buddy. Do we like the Steelers this year? Well, they look pretty darn good today. Almost, they did let the other team get back into it, but that defense was pretty stellar.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think the Steelers, they're always good for a winning record every year. I think absolutely they're going to have another winning record. I predicted 10-7 at the start of the year, and they look like a 10-7 team to me right now. I don't think they're world beaters by any means, but I do think that they are going to be a team that will at least compete and make their way into the playoffs this year for sure. So I saw a lot of good things. I think one week they look really good, and then the next week not so good. So there's a little bit of inconsistency, but today, with how that offense functioned, it was very balanced. Kenneth Gainwell came in for Jaylen Warren, absolutely killed it, 99 yards, 2 tuds. DK Metcalf finally had the game that everyone wanted him to have as a Steeler, so that was awesome to see. Little more involvement from the tight ends, though, I think I like to see if I was a Steelers fan. I mean, you got Patty French Fries, Jonnu Smith, and then Donald Washington. You got a 3-headed monster there. You know, you talk about our tight end room, as good as it is. The Steelers have themselves a pretty nice tight end room as well.
Yeah, 100%. Tracker Viewer says, could Trey White possibly be traded or cut? Now, Trey had a rough first half, couple holding penalties against them. They actually sat him out, I think, in the first drive in the second half. But McDermott, I saw McDermott's press, and that was just, they wanted to get Strong some play time, get him some experience. So, and then Trey came in later, and Trey made a couple nice plays later in the game. So kind of, like I said, redeemed himself.
I don't think they're going to trade him or cut him, Trek. No, I think he's, I don't know if they're, not to throw any shade towards Trey. I don't think there's a team that would be really interested in doing so, trading for a 30-year-old corner.
Trey White watches the show. You know that, right?
Listen, I love Trey. Trey. But yeah, I just don't think realistically, I don't know if the team is going to do that,
Trey,
I don't think the Bills would either. They like the veteran leadership and all that stuff that he brings to the table.
So Z-Bell, I appreciate this. Like when Bad Bunny, I hear you for these type of performance. No, thank you. There's been a few performers in the past 5 years to the direction of these halftime shows that I'm not fans of. But we had U2 one year.
Yeah.
We had the Stones one year. Come on now, some great stuff.
I agree with you on that, Mike. I think you have to go back into the and maybe this is me being an old man here,
Yeah,
but like maybe go back to some of those classic groups. And I know they're all getting older too, but like maybe one last hurrah for one of those groups, you know? I think that's just right now it's really catered towards a younger generation, which is okay. It's good, but you have to find a happy medium there. And I don't think Bad Bunny is that guy. Now, I will say his performance in Happy Gilmore 2 was pretty damn good. I think he's a funny dude. So, but his music, I'm not like, oh, I want to go see a Bad Bunny concert. That's just not me.
Jake, I gotta tell you something funny. So it's not funny. I had to go see my mom yesterday. She's in a rehab center for healing up. She fractured her ankle. So Jonah goes with me, and it's a long ride. And I let Jonah play his music. And dude, I let him play it there for an hour. It's an hour ride, by the way, an hour back. And this music
Yeah.
that these young kids are listening to, um, is not good. I'm sorry, it is not good, and I feel like a bad dad. And Tony, I see Tony out there, and this is funny because I used Tony. I said, "Look, you think Tony will let his daughters listen to this type of music?" I go, I'm a terrible father, Jonah. I shouldn't be letting you listen to this crap." And I know, Tony, I used you as an example. I said, "No, Tony would not let you." But then
Tony
again,
runs a tight ship over there.
Tony, ruins Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and all those
Oh,
things.
come on, Tone. You tell the kids like
He does. He
"Do that."
does. He does. If we got any
That's
children on
horrible.
here, I mean, it is. The
Don't
Santa's
listen to
real.
anything we're
Easter
saying
Bunny's
right now.
real. Come on now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good to see you, Tony. Thanks for joining us. All right.
Yeah.
I think I caught up on the chat. Thank you all for being here. It's always awesome when we get a lot of you out there chatting up.
I do want
to
to pull up what Trey said here.
Go ahead.
This is actually pretty good. So he talking about the spoiled fan bases and everything, and he makes a good point. So we want to see play from our team that implies how they'll play in the postseason. Philly fans aren't called spoiled; they demand greatness, and they typically get it. That is a great statement. I think that's very well put. So maybe it is like redirecting that emotion. It's not so much like you're being a spoiled fan. You are essentially like you have these expectations, and the team isn't quite living up to that expectation. Like going into this game, I said the Bills are going to win 41-10. That was my expectation. And it ended up being a one-score game for the good portion of, the fourth quarter here. So was I ever worried though? No, because I knew that we were the better team. But yeah, and I get it. I think you want that to be shown and provided with some more evidence, leaving this game, as the title says, it's like, should we be concerned? Do you feel good about it? It's a win, but do you feel great about it? Because moving forward, New England, they smoked Carolina today. We're going to play them Sunday night. Like, that's not the same New England team that we played last year.
Nope.
And history shows, like, for whatever reason, New England has given us a run for our money whenever we play them in the regular season. So I understand where you're coming from there, Trey. I think that's a very, very good comment by you there. I 100% respect it. I agree.
Trey said it better than I did, but that's exactly what I was saying, right? I'm
Yeah.
looking for I know what it's going to take to get in the playoffs and get through the playoffs to the Super Bowl. And then you get to the Super Bowl, you know what it takes. And Trey said it better than I did. So good stuff there. Chad says Derrick Henry had 8 carries for 42. Lamar had 6 carries for 48 yards. Justice Hill had 2 carries and before 5 yards before the third string came in at the end of the game. Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job. Most of the people who go to the Super Bowl, Mr. Big Al here, are older because they can afford to go. They need to have a classic rock band, and I think that would be better. 100% Big Al. Now, I'm older, have never been to a Super Bowl. It's on the list, but
this year,
let's face it. Those tickets, what are they face value now? I don't even know if 2,500 would get you in to the nosebleed.
Let me see right now.
2,500
tickets.
Crazy. But yes, classic rock band all the way. Let's go. The Bills. If the Bills make it to the Super Bowl, can we please face someone that is not in the NFC East? Why not, Trek? We got to break that streak. Gotta
A
break
lot
it.
of people were saying Bills and Eagles this year with a Bills
Oh
victory.
man.
So if that happens, that would really, really kill the curse.
Yeah, Spags is phenomenal, Chad, every year. Great
Yeah.
defensive
Chad,
coordinator.
I think you should be feeling pretty darn good about your Chiefs right now. I think you get hot at the right time. And with all these guys returning from injury and suspensions, I mean, you guys are going to be sitting pretty. It's going to be just a classic Chiefs run coming up, and I hate saying that. So happy for you though, because you deserve it. You
Yeah,
deserve it, Chad.
everyone out there, please take just a second, smash that like button for Jake and I. We greatly appreciate it. I want to ask you a question. Well, statement. Can you believe that people were talking about we shouldn't sign James Cook? How do you
Yeah, it's
feel now
crazy.
about that? Now he's
Yeah.
underpaid. We got him for a great deal. This is the guy that just, and he reminds me, who was the really good running back behind the Steelers? Um, not not way back, but he was that guy who would just kind of wait for it. He had that great vision, just would
Oh,
wait for
Le'Veon
it.
Bell.
Yes, that's who James Cook's reminding me of right now. Right,
Wow.
he's picking his spots. He's being patient, and then he
Mhm.
makes his move, and he's got these great little cuts because he's not just like blasting through the line. Right, these aren't just
Right.
big holes. They are big. They're good sized holes, but he's making waiting. Boom, there it is, and he goes.
And phew.
He's
Yeah.
been unbelievable, Jake. Unbelievable. And without him, not sure. Without him signing with us or even playing for us, I'm not sure where we'd be on that ground game right now. Heck, he has become the bell cow, right? I mean, they are feeding him the ball. You don't see
Yep.
Davis. You don't see Ty Johnson much these days. They used to get a decent number of snaps, 5 snaps each, seem to be, but they're feeding Mr. Cook often. What's thoughts there, sir?
It's a great point. Yeah, I mean, Ray Davis, 1 carry, 3 yards. Ty Johnson, 1 carry, 0
Yeah,
yards. I mean, Ty Johnson was our third down back all last season.
yeah.
And yeah, he's barely been out there. And Ray Davis is essentially non existent. And I'll say this, I don't know what it was, but it seemed as if like Ray Davis didn't have the same um, get up or something. Like even when we did give him the ball, I don't understand what happened between last year to this year. Um, and I hope that he does get some more opportunities to touch the football. But if James Cook keeps doing what he's doing, then I mean, keep feeding him the rock, right? Like he's the bell cow now. 22 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown today to pair with 3 catches for 18 yards. Yeah, 100%, proving his worth. I think, yeah, you talk about patience, vision, contact balance. It's so impressive to me. And yeah, I mean, here we go. Trey saying it right now. His vision and contact balance so much better. And you're absolutely right, Trey. I mean, what's nice with James too is that his volume up to this point hasn't been insane, even at the college level. So, I know he's 26 years old or whatever, but the amount of wear and tear he has on him is not what your typical 26-year-old running back has. So even more encouraging. So I'm okay with ramping it up right now. Whatever, it's great.
100%. 100%. Yeah, both teams actually rushed the ball extremely well. I mean, and if you watch the post game show, both on the Ruthless, I actually went on Brett's show, and the plan for the Saints was no surprise: run the ball and keep Josh Allen off the field. Time of possession was almost dead even, Jake.
Yep.
So they did just that. They ran the ball for 189 yards on 34 carries. They averaged 5.6 yards a carry. Pretty strong. Again, going back to that defense of ours, which continues to struggle against the run year in and year out. The Bills had 32 carries for 165 yards, average of 5.2. Both of us, they had 1 touchdown. We had 2 touchdowns on the ground. One was Cook, one was Allen. And then see here. And then Chad said, "Hey, I didn't get to hear what you said, Jake. The commercial showed up right as you speak. We got commercials. Oh man, that's fantastic. Love it.
Oh, wow.
Paying the
On our
bills.
channel, the ad
Yeah,
showed up. That's
you-
crazy.
you're
Wow.
paying the bills for us, Chad,
Yeah.
by waiting to get through that commercial. I was always curious. Do you not get to see, or do you miss out on some content when they play that? You would think you wouldn't, but interesting.
That's insane.
Thanks for putting up
On
with that.
YouTube.
Yeah, Chad, he did. Saints played well. And Cook, yes. So
How about that? 8 games in a row with 1 rushing touchdown, with at least 1 touchdown, I
yeah,
think it is.
yeah.
Total
I think
touchdown.
that broke the record, right? Broke the record. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Impressive.
So let's talk about the offense real quick, and then we'll get to the defense to finish things off. We'll go through some stats here. Josh was 16 to 22, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was first interception of the year. 4 games in, 1 interception. What is that? Well, that would typically put him on pace for 4, a little over 4 for the year. We'll take that all day. Even Lamar threw an interception today. Lamar is also very good about not throwing picks. Let's see here. We were sacked 3 times. 3 times we were sacked again. And let's see. Cook was the top guy, 22 carries for 117, 1 touchdown. Khalil Shakir was our top receiver, 5 for 69 and 1 touchdown. And we got the copyright on the nickname Pinball. That dude is a pinball. I've been calling him Pinball for over a year now. The dude just is a yak king. I mean, he just bounces off of people. The incredible balance that he has to stay on his feet, especially that play that you saw, he went for the touchdown, is amazing. And again, I think I told you, oh, maybe you weren't on it, but I saw him in an interview, and he was asked about the yak, and he just says, "I have a fear of getting hit," so he wants to avoid getting hit. But pinball is perfect for him. Jake, how many times you've just seen him like absorb a blow, and then he just bounces off and keeps going? It's incredible.
It is. It really is. And I'll tell you what, Tone, you called it, man. You said we got a good one in Khalil Shakir. Shout out to Boise State, man. Love it.
Yeah.
The Boise State kids had a nice day today. Ashton Genty finally went off too. Gotta love it.
Did he? What did he put up?
Oh, he had like 3 total touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing. He had a 64-yard run or something like that for a touchdown. Yeah, he had a day. I think Raiders fans were pretty happy with that, although they did lose to the Bears 25-24.
I was surprised after Kincaid's strong game last week. Kincaid was on our waiver wire in fantasy football, right? I'm thinking maybe I'll pick him up this week. And I know Tony did. And he gets basically, what was it, 1 target? Oh, yeah, 2 targets. Two targets. But he does come down with 1 catch for 20 yards, and he scores a touchdown, which was a beautiful play on that one. Mm-hmm. Bills were pounding the ball and just, I think it was a little bit of play action, and he was wide open. Yep. Beautiful play there. But yeah, Kincaid, I was telling Tony, I'm like, you want a Bills receiver? You do. You got Josh Allen, the MVP, throwing the ball. You think you should have one of these receivers. Khalil Shakir is probably the most consistent one as far as getting you fantasy points, but you just never know on any given Sunday with everyone eats is real, and you just never know who's going to get the ball. I was surprised they weren't throwing Kincaid the ball more. Your thoughts on that? Yeah,
I was a little surprised about that too. I thought it was going to definitely be a lot more underneath stuff today, just based on how the Saints play. But, we started off, it seemed almost like we wanted to push the ball downfield. I mean, Keon Coleman had like 3 catches for 45 yards right off the rip in the first quarter, and then was non-existent for the rest of the game. Even on the interception there, that I like the aggressive call to try to push the ball downfield a little bit. And I think the Saints coming into this game, they were like 9th in the league in terms of average yards per pass attempt, or average yards led up per pass attempt, or something like that. So I think there was a conscious effort to do that initially. But then you kind of see the Bills go away from that. And then it's like we overthink it and we outsmart ourselves. And we were running the ball so effectively, and then you get away from that a little bit, and then there's some stupid penalties that happen. And yeah, I think it certainly wasn't their A game offensively, but at the end of the day, I still felt like when we needed a play, we made the plays. So that was big, at least, whether it was Josh Allen on the run, 27-yard keeper, or the Dalton Kincaid touchdown pass, But no, I agree with you. I was definitely expecting a little bit more from him today in terms of targets and catches, and then same goes with the other guys. I mean, Josh Palmer, right, too. That's another thing. Like, talk about a team that you could have taken advantage with Josh Palmer. I feel like this could have been a great day for him. And again, what do you have? 2 catches, 25 yards today. So definitely interesting. I think we're still trying to figure it out in terms of that. But you can't complain too much, right? 31 points on the board, and it seemed like it doesn't even feel like 31 points. It's the weirdest
Yeah, I know.
feeling. Every game we've scored 30 or more, though. It's crazy.
Although, Jake, I gotta say that 4th and 2 that the Bills went for in the fourth quarter. Did you see that where we stopped? 4th and
Yeah.
2, and we do some crazy
That
pitch
was
to
terrible.
Shakir. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Even on
Yeah.
3rd down and 4th down, you
Right.
just run that ball like you've been running. And Reggie Gilliam had been doing a fantastic job. Bring him in. You're going to get that first down. Your
Yep.
guy, Reggie. Let's
Yep.
see here.
Shout
Got
out to Reggie
a
Gilliam.
fan from Ethan supports every fan. Good game by you guys. I'm a Saints fan. I see us going 7-10. You guys going 13-4. 12-5 defense.
Thanks, man.
12-5 defense will let you guys down quite a few games. Other than that, your guys' offense humming. Yeah, Ethan, definitely. The offense, not a ton of concerns. Like we were saying, you're putting up 30 points. You always feel like you want to see 40. But who can complain about 30? It is the defense that is the most concerning right now. Of course, we got some people coming back. Hoyt, Michael Hoyt, and then Ogunjobi after the bye. They'll be back. And it'll be interesting. I'm sure my guy Landon Jackson will be put on IR for the rest of the season because he sprained his ankle magically in practice or something like that. But it's going to be interesting to see who goes, how they open up 2 spots for those guys. I know Landon Jackson will be one of them. Any thoughts on who the other might be?
It's a good question, Mike. Looking at the roster right now, I mean, I don't think. I mean, you could. Right now, Jordan Phillips is technically on the roster. They called him up. He'll be put back down to the practice squad. You got to make room on the defensive tackle side of things. I feel like, Deion Walker's playing so good. I think they're still going to keep TJ Sanders on the active roster.
Yeah,
of
I think so
course,
too.
you have to. He's a second-round pick.
Yeah.
That's a tough call. I don't know. They're going to have some decisions to make for sure. I can maybe see Javon Solomon, but he's a special teams guy too. I don't know. I do not envy their decision making on that. Crazy.
Man, Javon Solomon still just look. I have nothing against Javon Solomon, but my goodness, he's activated and he's not doing much. I saw him running there and his specials. Okay, now while we're talking about specials, because hopefully Trey is still here. In our Discord, by the way, our Discord is absolutely free. If you want to join our Discord, you can talk sports 24/7. I'm not kidding you. Somebody's up. It feels like Trey and Weston. No, Weston's the guy, but Trey also chats in there quite a bit. But we're talking about, Trey says he does not like the new kickoff rule. I said I absolutely love it. I said, look, special teams is always talked about. Why not have it be more of a game? I love the fact that the kickoff is now a part of the game. It was taken away for a few years where people are just kicking in the end zone, get it at the 25, no big deal. But if you really look at it, because some folks are saying now they're getting the ball at the 40-yard line all the time. Not really. Look at the coverage today. And if you look in today's game, I think the average is, what did I say? The 29-yard line is the average starting. A couple of years ago, before the new kickoff rule, it was 25 yards. So we're only talking 4 yards, and it's relevant now. Now you can make plays, and knock on wood, I haven't seen, when's the last time you saw someone get hurt on special teams kickoff? I haven't seen it in a while, and that was the goal of it, bringing the kickoff back to football and prevent injuries. And to me, it's an A+. Absolutely love it. And then that whole landing zone, like you saw today, the kicker for them missed the landing zone. And when Bills get the ball at the 40-yard line. So it used to be just if you kick the ball out of bounds, the team gets it at the 40. You don't hit that landing zone, you get it at the 40. So it's kind of cool. I've seen some kickers try to get a little, I think who was the kicker? Was it Group? What was his name?
Blake Groupie. Yep.
Groupie. I think he was trying to get a little smart, because there's this kicker, I forget what team it is. He's been kicking this knuckleball, which perfectly comes into the landing zone, hits the ground, and it's like tough to handle. And I think you're going to see more and more of that. And it also brings the kickers, not only kick field goals, but they're going to have to play around with their kicks a little bit. I love it. So your thoughts on that, the new kickoff rules?
Love it. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mike. I think They wanted to bring it back to the game. I think you're starting to see some of these like really good returners start to show up now. I've seen more long returns this year than I have in so many years. I mean, it's been forever, right? I'm just itching to have another Josh Cribbs. I'm itching to have another Devin Hester, Dante Hall. Give me that. I miss it, So uh now speaking of that, someone had mentioned Codrington being inactive. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know was there an injury? I didn't even see, or was it just a healthy scratch?
No, it was
Because
because they wanted to activate Samuel, and I don't know. Was it time? I mean, we're paying the guy a lot of money, Jake. He's got to
yeah,
come on.
but at the same time, then what's the purpose of even having Codrington? Like that's the only purpose he's really serving. He's not playing defense. So
That could be your
either
guy
cut
who
ties with
gets
him, I
cut.
feel like, or yeah. I mean it, but the thing is, I feel like he is a really good returner. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the thought process is there. Because I felt great about him, especially last year. I thought he had some incredible returns for us. So that's an issue to me. I feel like you got to do something there.
Yeah. Ethan and Chad, you're absolutely right. 60% completion rate for Pat, PM 15, 939, 7 touchdowns. You're not even mentioning, I think, did I hear it right? Was he the leading rusher for the team coming into this game for
Yeah.
KC? He's been
Yep,
running
that's
his
correct.
butt off and just doing whatever it can to keep his team in games. He's one of the best for sure. Samuel gone. Big L says Samuel
See, I
will be
don't think
gone to
so
make room for
because he was
playoffs.
activated today over
Yeah.
Codrington. Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to audition him, but no, I agree with you. I don't think he'll be gone, Big L. But somebody needs to. And then Ethan supports every fan. Still want to know your guys' opinion. Do you think my Saints should be 2-2?
Yep.
Week 1 and 2, lose against you guys, of course, and very good first half. Not good, but definitely you guys have some holes. What's your thoughts on this question?
Absolutely, yeah. I think a lot of people did not give the Saints a lot of credit coming into this game. I mean, you guys were in one-score games against the Niners and Arizona week 1. I think Spencer Rattler, his growing pains are certainly there, but you saw some maturity out of him. I feel for him because he's 0-10 in his career, but I feel like a lot of the games that he's played with the Saints, they've been in every game. So I think if you're a Saints fan, you feel pretty good about this. I mean, you went up against a team that is, I mean, no offense, but much more dominant. We have the arguably best quarterback in the NFL. And we certainly do have holes. We're not perfect, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you are a Saints fan, Ethan, absolutely. I think you feel pretty good about this. And yeah, your team, you're 0-4, but you're not a bad 0-4 team by any means. And I know that sounds weird to say, but that's the truth.
Yeah, do you think the way Spencer Rattler played today, that he's keeping that starting job for a bit longer?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I thought he played his butt off. I mean, he ran the ball 6 times for 49 yards. Was doing all that he could to keep his team in it. So,
I mean, the stats aren't pretty or anything like that for him, but
I mean,
not 126
yards, 18 of 27. The percentage is not bad, but yeah, 126. There's another thing. The Bills, again, teams know they can run the ball against us, so they're going to focus on the runs. Why they had 189 yards rushing against us. But Jake, let's flip over to the defense. All right. Again, this is where my biggest concern is. I think it's been where our biggest concern is for the last few years, right? Probably 2-3 years. Always seems to be the defense. We spent a lot of money in the draft on getting better on the defensive line. And again, we struck gold with Deion Walker. Love what I'm seeing there. TJ Sanders, still young. He's going to get more experience. Hopefully his game levels up. But then you got guys like Rousseau, who you expect to have a big year. And where's dude, where's he at? Like, he got like half a sack for the year? We're 4 games in.
I think he has 1 sack. Yeah.
This is insane. So today's sack, guys, I thought Epinesa only had 1. They gave the other one credit to Bosa.
Joey Bosa,
stripped the ball from the quarterback there. And who was the other one who got 1? There was 3 sacks in the game.
Jaquan Jones.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not saying why I'm saying Bosa. I'm sorry. Bishop had a great interception.
Yeah, how about it?
And that was a fantastic play, dude. Not only did he read it right, has to go up high. One hand
Yeah.
that thing. Beautiful. Love that from Cole. I will say, so I want to talk about the defense, and I also want to talk about the fact that here's another thing the Bills have to clean up: 11 penalties for
Yeah.
55 years. 11
Not good.
penalties.
Not
You aren't
good.
going to beat. You aren't going to beat the better teams with 11 penalties. My goodness. All right, so talk about the defense. Let me throw it to you, buddy. Give me your
Yeah.
thoughts and give me your stars and the guys who just like you're wondering what the heck's going on with them.
It's a good question, Mike. With what the heck is going on with some of these guys, specifically Greg Rousseau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 2 tackles today, maybe 3 total, something like that. No sacks on the stat line, and I get it. You know, it's just stats, but just optics alone, it's like AJ Epinesa looked better in less than a quarter of football than Greg Rousseau did all game. Like, again, I just, you want to see a little bit more out of him, especially because we did extend him. And, he's a young asset. We took him in the first round, and we still haven't gotten a 10 sack season out of him either. So you just want some production there. And I feel like it hasn't been in any of these games, really. I mean, he's been non existent. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I hope there's not like an underlying injury or something that he's playing with. Maybe that's the case, but yeah, it's not great. Now the good Deion Walker, unbelievable.
Mhm.
I mean, just an absolute stud. What a gem. I mean, there's a reason why he had first round talent and why teams were projecting him to go in the 12th or I think 12th overall pick in like 2024 before he got injured. That guy is incredible, and the way he moves, it's so impressive to me. I felt like the secondary was decent. We didn't let up much. I mean, it was tough on some of those third downs, but like for the most part, I thought we held them in check quite well. I mean, when you're only throwing for 126 yards, it's pretty damn good, in today's NFL. The issue really comes down to, I think, gap integrity and stopping the run, which I can't really figure it out. But I guess maybe you go into the game thinking like we could stop one of 2 things. Maybe it's the pass, maybe it's the run, and they focused on stopping the pass, and clearly did not focus on stopping the run. So I like Shaq Thompson a lot. I think he is a gem that we picked up, and he's kind of looking back to form what he was in 2021 with Carolina. So that's also great. But yeah, overall, the run defense it needs a lot of work. Absolutely.
Jake, do you put that on? By the way, Chad the Chief, thank you so much for the
Thank
super
you,
chat.
Chad. Appreciate
Dude,
you.
we so appreciate you. I can't tell you how much. I mean, it's come on here. You're a Chiefs fan. We've had you now with us a couple of years, I think. And even though our teams go head to head and you're always knocking us out, we love that all fan bases, and I love that Ethan's in here as a Saint fan. All fan bases have always been welcome, and greatly appreciate you, Chad. And again, if you want to join our Discord, you can talk with all these great guys, all these different teams in our Discord, and it's free. So thanks again, Chad. Really appreciate it, man. What do I want to say here? So, Jake, I want to ask you: is it the defense?
Well, real quick too,
go ahead.
It is
go
a
ahead.
Reed Ferguson jersey.
Oh,
I love that you mentioned
got it.
Ray Carlton. That's beautiful, Chad.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And yes, nice 69.
Yeah, didn't he have one of the penalties? Didn't he have a holding call today?
Reed Ferguson actually did not have himself a good game today.
Yeah.
He had a tough one. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, Jake, do you think, look, when I think of linebackers, I think of great tacklers. And, Bernard had 6 tackles, Dorian, 6 tackles. Are you putting more on the D-line for this issue with running, or where's our linebackers? Why are they not stuffing the run or helping stuff the run? I expect linebackers to have more tackles. I'm just saying. I expect big numbers from linebackers. I'm not seeing it, but where do you think the issue, or is it just both?
I think it's a little bit of both. I will say, I think if you're picking between the two, the linebacker play definitely needs to be better. Terrell Bernard is injured. He's playing hurt. You can tell. He's not right. He's not fully right. I think he still makes his splash plays and he makes opportunistic plays, but you saw a lot more of that last year than what you're seeing this year. So I think the linebacker play needs a little bit of improvement. Like I said, I do love what Shaq Thompson has brought to the table. I think he is fantastic. I think Dorian Williams is still a solid backer himself too. But yeah, I think we need to see a little bit better play out of those guys for sure, without a doubt. And then as far as the D line goes, interior wise, I think Daquan Jones is actually playing himself a hell of a year.
Yeah.
It's really the rotation between Deion Walker and TJ Sanders. When Walker's in there, he got off to a really hot start, but then kind of slowed down a little bit as the game went on. And then TJ Sanders, again, a better day, I felt like, but still not playing up to par with that second round status that he is.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Again, I'm just so used to, I love linebackers who can just cover both sides of the field, get you tackled. Like, I want to see tackle numbers 10, 11. And I don't only want them because they're 7 yards down the field. No, I want them closer to the line of scrimmage.
Right. Absolutely.
And I just think we need it. So I do agree with you. It's a combination. But I want you to think about this, Jake. You know this, but so should everyone else. Again, I don't like to say we're without Matt Milano, but we are. And I'm getting used to not being without Matt because it seems like he is injured quite a bit. But let's say after the bye, he's back. Let's say after the bye, Ed Oliver's back. We know that Michael Hoyt, he's an edge rusher. He's been in the league. He's got some good experience, and he really had a really good year last year. I think that's why we signed him. And he showed up in preseason as well. Got Ogunjobi, another defensive interior guy who's a really good player. You got him coming back. And then we got our first round pick, Maxwell Hairston. Not sure where we're going to see him, but my goodness, if he can get back in after the bye or shortly after that, again, I want him to be fully healthy. But we're going to need him down the stretch against those better teams. But he also has to have enough experience, right? His speed is top notch. Top notch. So I don't know if you heard anything. I'm thinking I've seen him. I saw some film. He's been doing that a lot of work on the side. He's wearing a pretty big brace right now, but he was pretty fluid. He was doing those exercises that those guys do with their legs and jumping and all that stuff. But have you heard anything? What's your thoughts? When do you think we realistically see him?
I think it's going to be after the bye week. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think they're looking to rush anything. And based on how McDermott sounded, I mean, he wasn't giving a whole lot of optimism. Just the comments did not seem great. Like in terms of having a fast return here, week 5, it's not going to happen. I think it's absolutely going to be after the bye week. Maybe even for the game against the Chiefs. Maybe that's his first game, first start, whatever,
Yep. I love it. So again, when you take that into consideration, this defense should only get better. And those rookies are getting such valuable experience right now. This is stuff. If we had our starters, they wouldn't be getting this much time.
Right.
So they're getting a lot of time, which is going to really help us out in the second half of the season. So that's fantastic. Other than Landon Jackson, get him in there. Get him a jersey at least once before the bye, please. One time.
Let's talk about that a little bit because
don't call him too slap. He watches this all the time. Don't call him too slap.
That's right. No too slap. By the way, shout out to the Arkansas boys down there. I know they took quite a beating this weekend in Notre Dame. So go easy on you guys this week. Tough one. Definitely a tough one. They just fired their coach, going through a lot down there in Arkansas. So hate to see it. Anyways, Landon Jackson, I felt this would be a game for him to suit up and play in, and it just didn't happen. I feel like a lot of folks thought that was going to be the case. And again, I just don't understand it. It's like, I get it. Like maybe he's not ready. Maybe he's raw, but like, when are you going to play him? He's a 3rd round pick. There's no reason he should be a healthy scratch every week. It's wild to me.
I mean, Javon Solomon, look, I love him. He was a 5th round pick from us last year?
He was a 5th round pick.
5th round pick. And of course, he's got more experience than Landon Jackson, but he's a smaller dude. He's not as athletic. And honestly, I mean, he's getting limited snaps. I know he had 9 last week. I don't know what he had this week, but hasn't been doing much with those. So I feel like you're not going to hurt yourself by putting Landon Jackson in there. It's not like he's going to cost you this game because Solomon hasn't done anything that won the game.
Right.
So get him in, get him some experience because I keep saying this. After the bye, we will not see Landon Jackson until next year, unfortunately. Just won't. And I'll have to wait and buy his jersey next year, I guess. But it's disturbing to me. He's more athletic, than Javon. Now Solomon probably has the
I
better.
don't
Well,
know.
okay, he is. I mean, the guy runs a faster 40 than Solomon, has a higher vertical. He's a bigger dude. Was he 6'6"? Something crazy?
6'6", yeah.
He's
Yeah, he's a
heavier,
big boy.
so he
Yeah.
can help you on the run as well. Solomon, has that quickness off the edge, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Like he has that, probably has a better move. You always say two slap doesn't needs to learn a few more moves, but again, it's a little disappointing. I'd love to see him in the game. I'm getting some experience, but we'll see. There's 2 more games, but if they haven't played him by now, I don't see him putting them in against the Patriots, because that game, division game, and the Patriots, they win that game. Oh boy, watch out!
Yeah.
Right, they're right on our tail. So, and then of course you got the Falcons right before the bye, I think, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
That's going to be an interesting one too, because the Falcons are like the tale of two teams. I mean, last week they got absolutely stomped by the Panthers, and then this week they beat the Commanders. And I know it's a Commanders team led by Marcus Mariota. So, yeah, I can't figure them out either. That's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Let's see here. Even says you guys need to lose a game before week 10 to readjust yourselves. Also, best to not go undefeated, because no team has won and made a Super Bowl since is it the 74 Dolphins? 72 is that's what I was thinking.
Yes, you're right, Ethan.
But yep. I mean, there's always a first for everything, Ethan. But yeah,
that's right.
It's kind of like with the Chiefs. What the Chiefs were going undefeated last year, and it's like, just get that loss out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
But let's not get it against the team like we've played these last 3 games. Let's get it against one of the better teams later in the year. And when I mean better teams, a team is going to competing for a playoff spot.
That's right.
Viewer, I do like quarterback Taylor Green of Arkansas to be a possible option to back up Josh Allen next year. What do you think, Jake?
I love that Trek does his scouting all year round. Like, he's been putting in mock drafts in the Discord too, which I love it. I'm so here for it, Trek. Always looking out for the next generation. This is great, man. I like the kid a lot too. I'm with you on that. Sure.
Yeah, he nailed Deion Walker. Remember him talking about Deion Walker pre-draft?
Yep.
Now, I think an NFL team would have hired Trek Reviewer by now as a scout, except he's got a bad eye for those UB guys, man. I mean, he keeps talking smack, and I think that's what's holding him back. So Trek, clean it up a little bit. Talk about those UB guys a little bit better, and you might get a job offer from one of these for a scouting position, one of these teams here. Jake, listen,
that's right.
It's getting late. I think we talked about both sides of the ball. Obviously, great to be 4-0. Some concern, but still plenty of time. Like Ian was saying earlier on, still plenty of time to clean things up on that defense. We're getting great. The rookies are great and getting valuable time right now, learning some things. And I think after the bye, you're going to see a difference. And when we start to see Hairston as well, oh my goodness, watch out. So get these guys healthy after the bye, down the stretch. We're going to need them. And I think you'll see a lot change, Jake. So your final thoughts before we get out of here. And again, thank you, everybody that's out there in the chat. Please take a second to just smash that like button for us. Hey, if you're new to the channel, drop a nickel on that subscribe button. We don't really charge you a nickel. It's absolutely free. But drop a nickel. It helps us out. And join our Discord. I don't have the link in there right now, but I'll add the link right after the show. So you can go to our description of the show today and hit that link to join the Discord. Love to have you out there. Jake, final thoughts from you.
Final thoughts. I think Spencer Brown showed his worth by being out of today's game 100%. We didn't really talk about that a whole lot.
Good point.
Shout out to the O-line. I think they did a great job run blocking. Josh Allen took a couple sacks today. Sometimes it is self-induced, but it was definitely one of their sloppier games, if you will. I don't think they played bad by any means, but specifically that right tackle position, I didn't think Vandermark had himself a great day by any means. So shout out to Spencer Brown. I think, it just goes to show how good of a right tackle he is. And then in addition to that, game ball, James Cook. Thirdly, Jackson Hawes. Let's get him more involved.
I was just going to say, I forgot to talk about him. We got to keep talking about him.
Yeah.
30. I mean, has he had a catch in every game now?
Every game.
He's had a touchdown last game. I saw him on with
Eric Wood.
Eric Wood. I saw him.
Recently.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I just love. He just loves blocking. He said it was just a thing in college. He found that he could do it really well and just loves it.
It's
Absolutely
awesome.
loves it.
Yeah.
But you're right about Vandermark. I mean, he struggled a little bit, and that line has been together so. What the last 2 years? We're one of the fortunate teams that haven't had a lot of injuries.
Right.
You get that new guy coming in. It's like if I had Treckerviewer filling in for you right now, we'd be lost. We'd be absolutely lost. There's a lot of things that
Wow.
you build this chemistry, Jake,
Yeah.
and you throw that chemistry off, you're going to struggle a little bit. But Bills get the win. And yes, Treckerviewer, you hit on Walker, Hairston, Strong, and Haas as pick for the Bills. Absolutely, you did. We have proof of that because I know you came into our. You use either the Discord and you usually put your draft in there, and then I think you also put it out on one of our shows. So there's a lot of proof. And again, tell you, Trek, you'd be hired. Just got to change your views on the University of Buffalo guys.
Yeah.
So, Jake, that was a good point.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing up Haas. We should not forget about him. He continues to look great. We got this 3-headed monster at tight end. We're super lucky. Dawson Knox, it's been interesting, right? Dawson not getting. Did he even get a target today?
I think he had a target, but it was incomplete. Yeah. It wasn't really even close. Yeah.
That was that loft, the nice pass by Josh. Almost looked like it was going to go there, I think, but the guy jumped up and knocked it down, I believe, right?
That's right.
So it's interesting. We got those 3-headed monsters, and Haas, I believe, that probably has more receptions than Dawson Knox.
I think he does.
And he actually has more touchdowns. He's got 1 touchdown. It's insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, well, good stuff. We can go catch the last few minutes of the game tonight. Looks like it's going to be a dandy one, finishings. But, Jake, great to see you as always. Thank you, everyone out in the chat. Chad and Tom, thank you for the super chats. Really appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Until then, stay safe. Go Bills.
Go Bills.